The Steam Summer Sale is live, and it has got some fantastic deals. I want to talk about the games I'm picking up and things that I'm going to recommend, and just titles that I really like. So if you like my games that I show here on the channel, you will probably like some of these recommendations, I hope. First up, we have Titanfall 2, which is on sale for like 80% off. The Ultimate Edition is... $450 at 85% off. They fixed the matchmaking for this game not that long ago. And so you can play multiplayer online on PC, not a big player base, but the single player is still incredible and it's just a ton of fun. Borderlands 3 is like $3, and then Borderlands 2 is $5. Highly recommend. Oh gosh, yeah. Let's say I'm born in 25. 100 years old, it looks like there. Borderlands 2, $5. Highly recommend it. Borderlands 3 is all right. I think Borderlands 2 is a far better game. If you haven't played any of them, you should. Furi. I haven't played this game in years, but it's $2. Boss rush style action game. Great on a controller, and really, really fun. Probably good for a Steam Deck. Challenging. Just a cool game. And then Gris. I think it's pronounced Gris, right? Is also on a gigantic sale. This thing is $150 at 90% off. Really neat kind of artistic experience of a game. Very colorful. It's like playing through a watercolor painting, basically. It's like a platformer. It doesn't take a long time to get through, which is fine for $150, but a beautiful experience nonetheless. And then Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, is just $4. The original 3 Crash games, done up with beautiful new textures and all that stuff. Just a ton of fun if you like these games. The usual suspects, if you don't already have them. Witcher 3, if you like RPGs. The complete edition with all the DLC is just $10. Probably recommend that, I guess, versus just the base edition of it. And then I think Doom 2016, I read online, was $4. Oh, that's fantastic. And you can get Doom Eternal for $10. So yeah. If you like just FPS titles, this thing is fantastic. Speaking of FPS titles, I saw this. This is definitely going to give a boost to the Steam chart numbers here. Battlefront 2. The recent multiplayer resurgence looks fantastic. I haven't hopped back in. I used to play and upload this game all the time on the channel. Absolutely fantastic. Like super, super fun. But I recommend like trying this at some point. If you're on a decent PC, it's so good. Red Dead Redemption 2 is down to $15. Now, I'm only like 15 hours into the experience and loving it, but I know many people consider this like one of the best games of all time. So check it out at $15. Speaking of which, I think Fallen Order. Yeah, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is down to $10. I loved this game. This is like a Souls-like, but in the Star Wars universe. I didn't play Survivor, which was the follow-up game. See if Survivor got a discount. Down to $14? Well, that's just hard to argue with. I know that one's on Game Pass Ultimate, I believe, so, or they both are probably. But Halo, the Master Chief Collection, $10. If you're a longtime viewer of the channel, you know Halo is the primary game of this channel for pretty much its entire lifespan. $10, all the games in the collection. Well worth it for the campaigns. The multiplayer is still playable. It's a bit of a sweat fest, unfortunately, with all of the SBMM and the lower player base, but it's still just a darn good time. And then I'm trying to think. Persona 5 Royal is $24. Spider-Man 2 is like $48, so not a big discount. A lot of the big games I feel like didn't get huge discounts. Now, Cyberpunk, I think, is down to $21. Great. 65% off. If you haven't played it, it's in a really nice spot. Just got a brand new update, or I think it's about to get a brand new update, so it's still getting continued support, which is pretty rad to see. And then Space Marine 2, I might actually pick this one up. Heard wonderful things about it. $36, not the biggest of discounts, but supposedly like Xbox 360 style game in the Warhammer universe, and we really, really like that. Now let's head back to the Steam homepage for a few of the others. I mean, look, if you don't own Half-Life at this point, please buy Half-Life 2. Please buy like the Orange Box collection. Give yourself the opportunity to experience the Half-Life 2 experience, with me saying experience 2 times in a row. Portal 1, Portal 2. They are just phenomenal games and well worth your time. Lunistice is a game that I show here on the channel a bunch. It's only a small discount at $3.50, and that's because you can get through this game in about 2 hours, but it's so fun, and I get comments all the time on what is that game when I show it off. Similarly, I want to say Pseudoregalia, tiny discount as well, $4.20, or 19 cents, excuse me. This is a really cool Metroidvania game that started out as a game jam game, and it's a 3D platformer with really cool movement tricks. I love this thing, and if I misspoke there and said it incorrectly, I'm sorry, but this game is so sick. It won't take you a ton of time to beat, maybe like 4 or 5 hours, but I think it's just absolutely brilliant. Along those same lines, Minishoot Adventures. Doesn't look like it's got a big discount. 35% off. So think about like Legend of Zelda, but done in a shoot 'em up bullet hell style game. So you've got a full on like adventure and an overworld and things to go through, but you are trying to navigate your way around. And I really like it. I think it's incredibly cool. You're looking at Hollow Knight for 50% off at $7.50. I'm definitely going to be picking it up this time around, even though I've been playing it on Game Pass. It'll be nice to own the full copy of it. Elden Ring is dropped down to 40% off, so $36. Not terrible, but FromSoft doesn't typically do very big discounts on these things. Unsurprisingly, Night Rain didn't get a drop. Baldur's Gate 3, $48. Death Stranding, the original, is 60% off. I enjoyed going through it, but man, it's like an acquired taste. I don't know if I'd ever like replay that game. If you have never played or beaten Celeste, I cannot recommend this game highly enough. It's my favorite platformer, maybe like ever. I super enjoy this game. $5, so 75% off. Brilliant art and great game design. It's challenging, but it's got a really cool story along with it. Stalker 2 is down 30% over at $42. I have not played it yet. I know it just got its like 1.5 update, I think. So I really can't comment on it. There was iffy stuff at launch, so hopefully the game's in a better spot now. I have a few folks in the Discord who absolutely love this game and the experience. So yeah, one you should definitely check out if you haven't played through Half-Life 1, or even if you have. This fan-made remake project, Black Mesa, done all in the Source engine. I beat this a few years ago. It's so fun. I don't know if I agree with it being the best way to experience it. It's pretty incredible. The Zen sections are not my favorite or that great, but it's a very, very cool and well-done experience. Worth the money for sure at that price. And I'm telling you, you need to try Metro Exodus. 80% off for this masterpiece. $6. This is such a good single-player FPS game. It blends open world with linear design in such a great way. It looks beautiful on a host of different systems. I absolutely love it, and I put it in a ton of my videos. I think very highly of it still, even, 6 years later now? Undertale. Gosh, an acquired taste. I know it probably won't be everybody's cup of tea, but I think this is one of the coolest games just ever made. At $2.50. Built-in game maker studio made by like a single developer, and the music done by Toby Fox as well. I mean, there were other people helping, but for the most part, it's Toby Fox's project. It's such a beautiful, cool game. Go check it out. And I should have put this earlier in this video, but Haste. Haste is probably my #1 recommendation of this summer Steam sale. This game actually just released in the beginning of April. It's $14, so it's not a huge discount, but this is a phenomenal, like, movement-based roguelite style game where you kind of surf the ground. It is incredible. I've put so much time into this thing already, and I know, outside of Expedition 33, which will probably be my game of the year, this is a close #2. It is exceptional, and they just added a new, like, disaster mode to it, so really sick game. Huge recommendation, especially if you have a Steam Deck. It's not a very big discount for how old this game is at this point, but I still like Super Meat Boy quite a bit. Ultra difficult platforming game, $7.50. Not a huge discount, but an exceptional game. Cuphead, ultra difficult platformer with a very unique and rad art style. $20 for the one with the DLC, and then just the base game is $14. Such a hard game though. You gotta get Mirror's Edge. If you haven't played this first-person parkour game made by DICE in the glory days of DICE, the Battlefield 3 time frame, I have beaten this game over a dozen times. It is a full-on comfort game, and it's just fantastic. I don't like it, or I don't like Catalyst as much as I like this game. It does have a follow-up. Catalyst, I think, is also on sale for like $7. So yeah, $7 as well. If you like the gameplay style, I recommend just picking up both and playing both, but just such a good game. I really like Platinum Games, and they developed a unique third-person shooter called Vanquish, and it's super stylish, whatever. Very fun, very old school. If you go back and check it out, you can feel the 360 PS3 era vibes just oozing out of every corner. This game is sick. It's super duper fun. You need to check it out. And it's very similar in the same vein in other Platinum games. Metal Gear Rising did not get a discount. Well, never mind. That is a bit of a shocker there. Another hidden gem, but not a big discount. Deadlink. This is a roguelite FPS game in a cyberpunk universe, but very intense, wonderful, tightly crafted gameplay loops. There's a few different shells or frames, or I can't remember what they're called, and they all have different weapon kits, but highly movement-based, tough boss fights. Ultra cool game, though. $16, by the way. And it looks like the Battlefield games are on a big fat sale, and I can highly recommend pretty much all of these. Yeah, Battlefield 4, fantastic. Battlefield 1 has had a major resurgence in tons of players. A lot of people still play Battlefield 5, surprisingly. 2042, I've had fun with, but it's my least favorite of the modern Battlefield games since 3. But yeah, 1, 4, and 5 are just fantastic. And we have a 60% discount on my favorite single-player RPG of all time. It's actually my favorite game of all time, Final Fantasy X, on the PC, and it includes 10.2. There's some pretty good patches and mods and support for this game now on the PC. It has aged fairly well, in my opinion, but that's also nostalgia talking. Those are all the big ones that jumped out at me initially. I'll keep looking, and definitely let me know in the comments what you're excited for, what you're going to be picking up, and some deep cut kind of recommendations so we can talk about this a little more in next week's Dualcom episode. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day and a good weekend. Happy gaming, and we'll see you again very soon.